Hello Scorpio, welcome to this reading. My name is Zane and we are going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Scorpio for the middle of January. Now Scorpio, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Now Scorpio, I do not offer personal readings, so if you get a message from someone, that's not me, they're impersonating me and trying to scam you, so please do keep that in mind, please do not get scammed. I also do exclusive content on my Instagram, so if that's your thing, definitely give me a follow there. But let's see what we have here for you, Scorpio. Now, I've decided to do a Celtic cross spread for this middle of the month reading. So if you were curious as to what the name of the spread is, that is what it's called. Also, if you watch my content regularly and you have not yet hit the subscribe button, please do consider doing that. It really helps my channel grow. Same is true if this is just the first time you are watching me. So, all right, let's make sure everything's in view here, and I think that looks just about good enough to me. I also like to take 3 cards to clarify as I go along, but all right. Energy on the bottom here, you have the 10 of Pentacles. So the 10 of Pentacles talks about, this is a very good card to find. Now the 10 of Pentacles talks about a total harvest in your life. This is the end of the suit of Pentacles, all right? So you've gone through the entire journey of the Pentacles from the Ace all the way through every card to the 10 of Pentacles, and it's sort of like your treasure chest of reward as you've completed the suit. And this can indicate a lot of things. New money being made available could indicate a windfall in your life in some areas. It's indicative of money being passed through generations, family money, family energy, tradition, things like that. But it could also represent building a legacy for yourself or for your family or your future family or anything like that that's going on here. And so it's an incredibly good card. It essentially represents, in terms of your material situation, everything that you could ever want in your life, right? In terms of money, in terms of, material situations. And so, taking the steps you need to take to get there. And that is different for everybody. Some people want a fancy car, a big house, whatever. Other people, want a big family, or they want, a nice business that they own. It really depends on what you are looking for, but that's the type of thing that can come forward with the 10 of Pentacles. Now, taking a look here in your current situation, you do have the 3 of Swords, which is a heartbreak, okay? And so this for me is kind of talking about maybe a change in family dynamics here, because I'm getting family energy from the 10 of Pentacles, okay? I don't always do that, but I'm getting that energy here with this 3 of Swords. Now, I'm not foretelling that this is happening. I'm saying that this has probably already happened, okay? So this is not a prediction. I'm saying that this has maybe already happened for you. If you might be dealing with a divorce or a separation for some of you here. For others of you, there could be something here that's breaking your heart, and just know the energy that I'm feeling here for you is that unfortunately, this is a necessary part of the journey of your legacy, right? And the way that I like to look at it is not only does struggle build a strong person, but also, life throws you curveballs for a reason, right? And that's kind of what I'm getting here for you. Now, I need to point out we have 3 10s. We have this 10 of Wands, Swords, and Pentacles here. So 10s are completions. They are the ends of the suits in the tarot. It means you've gone through something. And this 10 of Wands here in the problem position is struggle, okay? This person is fighting an uphill battle. They are carrying the weight of the world on their back. However, as I've said before, struggle builds a strong person. It builds a strong character. And oftentimes the most successful people in society have struggled at some point. And that's what I'm this energy that I'm feeling for you. Now, remember, each one of these wands that this person is carrying here represents experience earned or knowledge gained along the way. Unfortunately, heartbreak is a part of the experience we have all signed up for here when we incarnated here on planet Earth. And I get the sense that you're in this period here where, you're dealing with something. Okay, I'm not trying to sugarcoat it. You're dealing with something here, and it's probably of an emotional nature, with the Three of Swords also there. Now, in the past, you have the Six of Swords. This is a card that talks about transitions, okay, and really like going through a rite of passage. Okay, there's been a big shift in the waters for you, Scorpio, recently. All right, especially you as a water sign. You're swimming in new waters here, okay, and you're going to new places here. Something happened in the past that has shifted for you. It's probably relationship related, or it's anything. If it's not relationship related, it's anything having to do with the heart center. And I mean, this is such an interesting reading because we've started off with this idea of building your legacy here with this Ten of Pentacles, and now we're dealing with these shifts. Well, these shifts are necessary to get you on the path of your legacy. If this message is for you, is what I'm feeling here. Now, in the future, you have the Four of Cups. So the Four of Cups here talks about you potentially missing out on an opportunity. Now, it hasn't happened yet, okay? And so there's always time to change this. And by the way, timelines change, okay? And so you have free will to change any part of this tarot reading, just so you're clear. But, there's an alternative solution here that this person's looking at, but they're not capitalizing on, okay? Because they're still focused here on these three cups that are familiar. And it talks about letting go of boredom, letting go of apathy, getting out of the sort of down feeling, the melancholy feeling that you may have right now with the Three of Swords present. Now, I'm not trying to invalidate your emotions in any way here. I need to be very clear about that. Take as much time as you need, but there also potentially could be an opportunity here in the future that's coming forward for you that could be very good. So watch out for the signs. Take a look at the breadcrumbs that are being laid out for you. In your conscious awareness, you have the Hanging Man. So this is what's on your thoughts here. The Hanging Man talks about really needing to let go. All right. And the thing about this card is it's somebody who is sort of suspended in air, and they are not growing where they are. They are not growing in their current situation. It's very similar to the Four of Cups. Okay, you can't really grow if you're doing the same thing every day, right? Unless that thing that you're doing has led to success already. But if it has not, there's not really room for growth. And so what the Hanged Man really needs to do is embrace the energy of transformation, which is the Death card, which comes after it, okay? And so I always like to say, like, what happens if you just cut this cable here and start free falling? That's kind of what the Hanging Man is missing out on. You never know what might be on the other side. And, I feel like some of you are going to be taking the plunge here towards something new with the Six of Swords in the past, shifts happening. In the lower row, in the unconscious awareness, you have the Emperor. So this is what is hidden, what you can't see or how you're talking to yourself. The Emperor talks about this is an Aries sign, but really the Emperor talks about somebody who's extremely successful in business, in the workplace, in whatever it is that they do for their career. It talks about good things happening in your career life, especially as you get it with the influence of the Ten of Pentacles here. So what may be happening here is you're really looking to fall back on routines and structures at this time. The Emperor can be a card of structure. We are in this energy of a Mercury retrograde right now, and so it's not a great time for starting something new. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but it's also just a very, very good time to let things come to you and to fall back on your successful structures and routines. That's kind of what I'm feeling here. Now, in the direction that you're headed in the staff and in your current influence, the way that you are influencing the situation, you have the Ten of Swords. So this is the other 10 card here that we have. So we have 3 tens, big energy, okay? Big energy of completions with somebody, okay? It's probably over between you and another person if you're here for relationships. This could even be a friendship. This could be a family member. This could be a colleague. There's something here that's ending here with the Ten of Swords. And, there's a lot of pain associated with this card, or there can be. It's very, it's the Three of Swords, Ten of Swords is challenging. And it's almost like this is final. Okay, there's no going back with the Ten of Swords. However, the way that I like to read this more so is that the Ten of Swords says that there's new hope on the horizon, there's a new cycle starting, and this gives you an opportunity to release yourself from what is no longer serving you. So do recognize that there's a reason for this. There's a higher divine reason for this, especially as we started out with this idea of you building a legacy here, Scorpio. So keep that in mind. Now, in your external influence, you have the King of Wands. You could have, I guess I'm just going to say this because I have to trust my gut. This can be somebody who is promiscuous. This can be somebody who cheats. This can be someone who sort of messes around with other people in their detriment. Okay, I don't always read, it's player energy. Okay, I don't always read the King of Wands like that, because actually the King of Wands is one of my favorite energies, non-love energies. Okay, because the King of Wands, on a much more positive note, talks about being the entrepreneur in the tarot. It's somebody who is passionate about what they do, and passionate in love too. They don't always have to be a player, right? They can just be a passionate person that you are in love with, or that you fall in love with. And just keep that in mind, okay? So the thing is, with the Three of Swords and the Ten of Swords here, it could have meant that there was something that happened between you and another. There could have been someone else's challenging energy in love. On another level, though, you're going to let your passions here soar. If that first message for you is not resonating at all, you're going to let your passions soar with the Six of Swords for sure. So let's keep moving forward here. In your hopes and fears, you have the Four of Swords, which really talks about healing from heartbreak. Okay, now this could not be more relevant for you at this time, as you have the Three of Swords here as well in the current situation. So you can see that the Three of Swords card is on the banner above this person, and they are healing from the heartbreak of the Three of Swords. Okay, so this is a very nice card for you to get when you get a Three of Swords in a reading. And to get it here in your hopes and fears, you're really hoping to move past. You're hoping to move past this situation. I'm feeling like it's with the King of Wands energy. Whatever gender they are, doesn't matter. This is masculine and feminine energies. And I get the sense that you're just ready to close that chapter out with that person and move on. It may be that you don't necessarily know how to do that right now, which is why it's maybe showing up in the hopes and fears in this placement. Like, it may mean that this is just a period of confusion for you. But what I will say is, the other thing about the Four of Swords, it does just talk about your need to have nice quality rest, especially as you look at a Mercury retrograde period. It's a great time to just rest and enjoy yourself, okay? And not really try to force anything. In the outcome, you have the Strength card, all right? So you're really looking here to stand strong in your knowingness, stand strong in your conviction that you know what you're doing is true. It's true for you and it's right for you, okay? This is also a card of courageousness, or having courage in your life. In fact, so much courage that you can walk next to a lion, that you can tame a lion. It's also the energy of energy. Okay, so especially when you get it in like the outcome position, it could mean that there's a big energetic event happening, and it doesn't need to be negative. Okay, it doesn't mean to be negative. It just it could mean that there's a situation, there's a falling out. I feel like here that's happening with the Three of Swords, Ten of Swords, Ten of Wands, and I feel like this is going to release the burden here of this Ten of Wands that you've been carrying as it relates to this person. So let's go ahead and start to clarify this situation even more and see what we get here. All right, so you have the Queen of Wands. So I definitely like to see that for you. Definitely a very nice energy. The Queen of Wands talks about somebody who's extremely attractive, somebody who's, capable, and somebody who is like always has a lot of suitors, always has a lot of opportunities. It's the energy of attraction. And so just know that there are more opportunities and more people available out there for you. You also have, you know what I just heard? Someone, somewhere special for me. Somewhere, someone special for me. So That's a song lyric actually that I've recently found, and it just came in as soon as I said that. So there it is, right? This Queen of Wands, you have it. Especially as you have this counterparts here with the King and the Queen of Wands. You also have this Nine of Wands and this Seven of Cups here. So I really like this energy. Look, you're overwhelmed right now, okay? You're overwhelmed with the Seven of Cups and the Ten of Wands, big burden here. With the Nine of Wands here, it's like talking to me about boundaries that you're setting with this toxic person or this person that maybe hurt you or broke your heart in some way. And just know that as you set that boundary, not only are you taking yourself on this path of the legacy that you're trying to build for yourself, but I feel like there's someone somewhere special for me coming in for you as well. And so, yeah. Now let's see what we have here. Let's pull some... Let's see what cards wanted to come forward. We had a bunch of cards here. So get more information. Let's get more information. Take action. All right. So time to set that boundary, I feel like. Yeah, look, communicate clearly with this person. And you have it's up to you, as well as compromise. Okay. So that's pretty clearly spelled out to me. I feel like if you know, I feel like you know you've been carrying a burden with this person. What is this card? Ask for help from others. Okay, you don't have to do this alone as well. But you know, I feel like you know you've been carrying a burden with this person. It's totally within your free will and your right to set a boundary as you have this, it's up to you. And not only set a boundary, but I feel like end something, sever the tie if you need to, okay? And I'm only saying this, by the way, if your relationship's great, this isn't for, like, this message is not for you. But if you are here about legacies, you know, whatever situation has broken your heart, as you set the boundary with that situation, you're on the path of your legacy. Okay, that's what I feel like. So, wow, the Thief card's been coming in. High honor, concern, I guess I'll leave it reversed. Courtship and toil and labor, I guess I'll also leave that reversed. I normally don't read reversals, but let's see here. Okay. Yeah, look, this with toil and labor and concern, first, I get the sense that you're making a mountain out of a molehill. I do feel like you're quite capable of handling this burden that you've been carrying and like figuring that out, okay? Figuring that out here with the Strength card, with the Queen of Wands, with the 3 tens, which indicates you're experienced, okay? This is not your first rodeo. And so have no fear here is what I feel like saying. You may be dipping into unworthiness here with the poverty card. No, whatever's been a burden with the toil and labor, you're going to work through it here, okay? I feel like you've been ruminating about this person. They may even just have very negative energy. They may have very challenging energy, or the heart, the 3 of Swords energy is very hard for you to deal with right now. You have message, courtship, and high honor. Look, you're getting communication from others here with message and courtship. Somebody, like I said, there's someone special for me is like this message that's coming in for you with message and courtship. And I feel like this person's coming in, or this opportunity around your legacy is coming in as you let go of the burden. So thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. Have a great day. I'll see you in the next one.